Okay, hey there guys, this is probably a little bit of a different voice. This is Av, I'm in Triples BG and Salty, and I'm going to be doing the voiceover for today's video. We're going to be doing a voiceover together over on my channel in a day or two here. And we're going up against, right, this is this war? Yes, this is PYCB. He's going to come down path 5 here, and he's using Kate. And I know nothing about Kate, so this is probably going to be a bit of a bad voiceover, but what I do know about her is when you double tap that block, I believe is how she changes that. I've been trying to figure out a bit more about her, so please bear with me if what I'm saying is not the smartest about her. So he's going into this Ascended Rintrah here. That's going to be a pretty annoying fight because it obviously has all the shrug off abilities, but she has a lot of damage, especially once you get those cold snaps and the caltrops going. He's also a pretty good player with Kate, so I think this will go pretty quickly. I remember watching him take this fight. I was going at the same time as this. Yeah, and there's the 3k tick. That's going to get going. That's going to get really nasty. And the benefit to her is all of her stuff is these passives, so nothing's really falling off of him, and he's just going to keep applying these passives. And this fight is going so fast. I would just assume he's just thinking at this point, just to kind of keep this going, because he has the damage. He's just going to get more cold snaps going, and yeah, it's just melting. He has pretty good spacing on these, yeah, so of course he has the heavy counter there. Right here, I would probably go in with a relic. Oh, he's just going to do one of her little evades. Okay, that was really nice. Actually, I guess the heavy was just the right play there. I was gonna say I would think about going in there and then just unleashing the relic just to slow it out, because there's no need to like risk it there. He had low charges. You have the relic, so you could also just slow play that there. But it's very nice. Mantis here. Mantis is always a little bit annoying because she has a little bit of ability accuracy reduction. She has that sleep. And she's pretty quick on those heavies as well with Unstoppable Heavy here. It's going to be a bit of a pain. Ooh, he did not feel confident for that intercept there. That's a bit interesting. He said he's going to mark over and he's going to like say what he's thinking for these, but there, it just seemed like a bit of a lack of confidence, which is fair against a Mantis. She's a little bit of a weird AI sometimes, and you do not want to get clipped by her because her damage, especially with that Fury there, is pretty high. She's got those passive precisions going. Ooh, very good spacing there. He was able to land that heavy counter. I haven't really tried heavy countering her SB2 very much personally. Aw, this is going to wreck her here. Ooh, going for the combo. Interesting. He didn't trust that there, which is fair, because the protection was about to fall off, but what he could have done is he also could have int from the relic. You can chain one hit of a heavy, and because the relic is more of like, it's not a stun, it counts for his charges, so he would have gained an extra charge. He would have crit all of his hits on the SP2. I think it would have killed, but it was definitely the safer play to not do that there. This is going to be an interesting fight. I haven't seen this before. Kate Bishop versus a Quicksilver, both ascended, so equal on the ranking and all of that there. He had a very good... Oh! It's a Herc. I guess that makes sense too. He's just going to be looking for this first intercept here. Maybe not? Yeah, okay, there it is. There it is. This AI is definitely being a little bit passive here. Plus, he already has a fair few charges, and Quicksilver's health isn't like the highest or anything. So I think he's just going to try to, yeah, trigger one evade there. And I assume he's going to try to get the intercept into SP1. Perfect Herc play. That's all you really have to be doing here for this fight. And from here on out, I would just try to be, yeah, doing that. Just get my hits in. If I can trigger the evade pretty safely. So I remember I was watching his Abyss, and he was dexing this SP2 pretty comfortably, so I wonder if he's going to bait it. Ooh. So, I mean, he can dex it, like, most of the time. Maybe 9 out of 10 or something, I guess. So that's a pretty unlucky one there. He was doing it a ton in the Abyss, so I assume he just had the confidence to do it in War. Personally, if it's, like, any special like that, if it's not unblockable, I just kind of, like, block it. But that's also why I end up using a ton of potions. But he had Hercules going, so, like, what? He lost like 20%, 30% health there. Just a couple potions. It was never really in danger there. Good bite Magneto, okay. Oh, wait, this is that Chavez. He messed up the plan here. He messed up the plan here. Okay. Let's see what he does here. Kate Bishop, okay, makes sense. Again, her having all these passives is really massive. Wither for Chavez here is very nice because it removes any of her dimensions the second she gets it. So it gives you two nice options here. The first being just she's going to gain less passive power from being a Mystic champion. The second is it removes them. But if she gets that first one, negative zone I think it is, her SP2 becomes unblockable. But you could just actually bait out her heavy and trigger any of the other dimensions, even the reflect damage dimension, because you just remove the dimension and it doesn't have any other effects, where the first dimension's effect is the unblockable on SP2. And yeah, he's playing this very well here. He just has his damage going. There's not too much, I feel like that. I mean, he's done a lot of really good like spacing, using the passive stuns and all of that, but I don't understand necessarily the complexities behind Kate like super well. So I might be missing something here, but to me the fight seemed very clean, lost very little health. Very, very clean play. He's obviously good with Kate Bishop here. He used her for most of Necropolis. Did I say Abyss earlier in this? I'm sorry if I did. High energy diet, so yeah, he has to be going in with his Hercules here because obviously you can't really be using cold snaps against a high energy diet. And just gonna go in, and obviously he does have the hydration, which is going to cause the damage back, but Hercules won't really die to damage back because Assassins doesn't trigger against it, so even if he takes too much damage back, he won't die from it. He'd have to die from a mistake plus Assassins, because once you go unblockable with Hercules, it's pretty good. He had good spacing there. It's a nice little light there. That's that Tiger style that you get to see from him there. Good, another precision, and here's what I really like about this fight. I watched this fight a bit ago. Was he actually uses the heavy lock there. On a couple of them, I think he was a little bit slow on some of them. There was one I remember watching. Like, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention there, but super fast fight against that Attuma there. Absolutely rinsed him, and not too many complaints you can like hold against that fight, right? Absolutely shredded through him and just heavy spammed in the corner, which is a super good strategy against that there. Because he didn't have any power, so might as well just keep going in, and your heavies are going to do more damage with less hits, and he does a damage per hit, not like a percent back, so it's a pretty good strat. Photon here, knowing this is triple, he's going to go for as many side steps as he can, so let's try to see. So he's going to avoid the Infuriate here because of Conflictor. But yeah, there's another sidestep. It counts as an intercept, as always, when you can do those types of things with these champions. It counts as intercepts for certain nodes, so it's a very good, useful thing for Hercules to be able to do sidesteps. It builds your charges rather safely and rather quickly. These prowesses and the prowess penetration are going to make her specials do even more, which is kind of a frightening thing to say because her specials do so much damage into block. Oh, I hate that about Hercules. If you saw that right there, he landed a light intercept, and she's kind of in the middle of her light, or like the very beginning part of her dash, so it doesn't actually count as an intercept, which I think is so stupid, because you clearly landed an intercept, but both are at like max range on a light attack. And right here, he's just continuing his slow fight. Not even slow, it's fast fight, but like he's not doing anything like super risky or dumb. He's doing the side steps, but he's being pretty smart about them. A couple there at the end were maybe a bit of a risk because she has power, but like, you have to take risks sometimes when you're fighting someone like Photon. Oh shoot, he's gonna take the rank 3 Maestro boss with Kate Bishop. So Kate here is a global champion. Do we have Mr. Fantastics on him? Are those Mr. Fantastics? Because there's 5 pre-fights, oh my gosh. There's gonna be a white mags, and I assume it's his pre-fight and then the 3 white Mr. Fantastics, and what those are going to do is, yes, Mr. Fantastics, okay? She obviously has a fairly good knockdown here with wanting to just use her specials, but what makes this so good is he has a passive damage aura, which will be on for most of the fight, and that's what was going to make him pretty tough. But what makes it not so bad with Kate Bishop in this meta is obviously Decay. For every single debuff, we're reducing that potency of damage over time effects, which includes that. So he's able to get the nice little counter evade there. And another good thing is a lot of champions don't count glancing for some reason when it's a special attack. So that's why Kate is also going to be working really well here. He's going to want to get up this third cold snap right here. He has the cornered effect going. And if I'm assuming he's going to heavy. Okay. Can he get the dex this time? Beautiful dex. That last little triple beam has always been a bit annoying. Good use of the Winter Soldier. Gets the energy vulnerability up there. Another special. What's this? It's in Cold Snap still. Okay. Oh, because the Cold Snap fell off. I didn't pay attention to that part. But he's doing a great job keeping up the Mr. Fantastic debuffs, which are going to help a bit because of like 2-3 things. One, they lower the combat power rate of him. And then 2, obviously he's going to be running Inequity here, so he's also taking less damage overall because of that. Get the third Cold Snap going. Oh, you can only have 2 cold snaps. I'm dumb. See, I don't know Gate as well as I probably should. But he's still just going in, getting the dexes off. He's cleaned up those dexes. He had a couple fails at the start there, but he was able to nail the timing back down. That crit does a lot of damage. And yeah, he's just still kind of just going in. He's just letting the cold snaps do their thing. He's playing this very, very calmly, which for me is a very important part of when you're taking a boss fight, is you just need to make sure you stay calm, and the fight's going to be over much quicker than you expected, and he uses the crush to break through the block, and that is going to be the war for today. I would say he played pretty well. I think he was alright, you know? Nothing too much to complain about. All of his fights were very, very clean, not too many items used. And I would be pretty happy with that performance if I were him. So, very, very good job from him. And I hope you guys enjoyed this change up in who was voicing today's war. Again, I'm Av, I'm in his BG. Go check out my channel. We're going to be having a collab video over there as well. For this exact same war, I had a fair few fights just along with him. We were fighting pretty similar times, so maybe you guys would also enjoy that if you enjoyed this. And I'll be hopefully seeing you guys again soon. Bye.